Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Dear Shamika, and I am here with yet again another video. Now, if you are tuned in on YouTube, before you do anything, like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell to get in tune with videos that are coming up in the future, as well as, if I didn't say, go ahead and share this video as well. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get straight into it. So many people, y'all, and I've been there. I think we've all been there. Anybody that's trying to start a brand, in the beginning stages, you just want everything to fall in place. And part of everything falling in place, because we see all these big celebrities with everybody, rocking to their music or sharing all of the accolades that they have, wishing them happy birthdays and just celebrating them. And a lot of us feel like, wow, why are people not celebrating me? And especially when it comes to creation of a brand, we want people to run out and buy our products. We want people to show up for us. We want people to clap for us. And then we quantify how much support we want by saying, everybody's not supporting me. Why is everybody not supporting me? I rarely hear people doing the inner work and saying, what adjustments do I need to make in order for me to cultivate my tribe or my target audience? A lot of times we get angry at people because we feel like it's up to people who may not even be our target audience to support us and to leverage our brand. And to be honest, we want people to push us more than we push ourselves. And something that I've come to the realization of is, people can only pour into you as much as you pour into yourself. People can only show up for you as much as you show up for yourself. You cannot expect people to show up for you and promote your brand more than you show up for you and promote your brand. And that's just the God's honest truth. You have to show up for yourself, you have to pour into your brand, and you have to make adjustments as necessary. Even with me, like, it's a few adjustments you guys will see in the near future. I'm not going to announce the adjustments, but it's a certain, like, because I like to study myself. Nobody knows me better than me, and nobody knows the mistakes I'm making better than me. So I like to look at what other people are doing and figure out, like, what do I need to do in order to grow my brand? What do I need to do to make my brand more interesting? So I do have some things that I'm working on in the near future in order to cultivate it. But how many of us really are growing a brand and we say, these are things that I need to change so that I can grow my brand, versus blaming your family members and your friends for not supporting you? If your brand is not, and it's successful people made every day, and I promise you, and not to say that, their friends and family don't support them, but it's people waiting to support you. You have the only, and we're in the information age of the internet. Like, could you imagine being somebody like in years ago and you had to keep pushing your brand, and it taking years of consistency and not giving up, even though you face rejection after rejection, still like pushing past rejection without complaining. Like, I really feel like the internet age has pushed a lot of us into being lazy and feeling like it's just supposed to happen overnight. And we're comparing our success to other people's, oh, like what we see as overnight success. You don't know how many adjustments a person has made. You don't know how long it's taken. You don't know, like, a person's strategy, how much they've grown, how much like work they put in. And then a lot of these people are consistent. Like, a lot of people that I see complain are not consistent. It's kind of like you going to Walmart. Like, when you go to Walmart, let's say you went to Walmart and nobody was there. and it was 7 p.m. And we all know Walmart is open at 7. Let's say you really want something and it's only at Walmart. And you go to Walmart and Walmart is open at 7 and their doors are closed and nobody's there. And this happens multiple times. Eventually you're gonna stop going to Walmart because you like, man, these people, like, their staff ain't showing up. And that's essentially what you do when you don't show up for your business. Even if you started a brand and it was amazing and you had supporters, you will lose your supporters if you stop showing up. And I think also that's what a lot of people do that do have supporters. They bank so much on the people that are not supporting them, and they get so angry at the people that are not supporting them that they don't show gratitude to the people that are supporting them. Like, you're not even looking at, like, you so caught up in the people that don't show love and don't support, and the fact that you're not a millionaire yet, that you don't even see that you have people who are really willing and ready to support you. So, and I've been there. So, one of the things I had to do is I had to stop feeling sorry for myself and realize that I wasn't really putting in the work that it took to be successful. Also, I had to stop blaming the people that weren't supporting me, and I had to start praising the people that were. And what that did, and what it's continued to do, is cultivate a circle of support. Because if you're praising your supporters, then people want to support you because they know that you're appreciative of the support. And it also helped me take away the focus on the negatives and put it on the positives, because although you feel as a brand that people aren't paying attention, I promise you there have been times where people have mentioned that they saw my videos, they never like my posts. And so it's not about a like, it's about brand recognition. Like, it is, but I mean it's about likes, but it isn't, because you still, whether people like your post or not, you want to ensure that you're promoting your brand at all times so that you can leverage yourself. But you can make adjustments along the way. So even if your brand is not perfect yet, and a lot of people are scared to jump off the porch. So even if it's not perfect yet, at least you can say, like, if nothing, like, one thing people cannot say is Shamika is inconsistent. Like, I try to be as consistent as possible. And the consistency will open doors for you. I promise you. Like, there have been a few events where I was like, man, Lord, thank you. Like, I was just super grateful because it's open door. Like, the consistency, just consistently showing up, will open doors for you. And I told y'all about, like, I entered this competition like a few months ago, but what I didn't tell y'all is I won a monetary prize that was over $1,000. And I wasn't going to go to this event. I was like, man, I'm not prepared. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's almost like God's voice was tugging me, like, man, you got to show up. Just go. Just, the worst you can do is lose. So I was actually one of the winners. One of like three or four of us won, and we won a quite a bit of money. So parted, like, and then also my trainer says 80% of success is showing up. So just by showing up, I was able to leverage myself and my brand and win some money doing so. So sometimes you just have to be present. And a lot of people, we get so distracted. Like, we live in a social media age where you can leverage yourself, but instead of us leveraging ourselves, we just scroll all day and we do mindless activity and then get mad. But really, like, you're throwing your days away because you want it to happen so easily. Anything worth having, like, y'all know this, anything worth having is not going to come easily. You got to do it in blood, sweat, and tears, especially when you the first. Like, when you're the first generation of whatever, you going first. So you the one jumping off the porch in order to create a way for the rest of your family. You're gonna be the one to show everybody, how it's to be done in the future. And part of being the first is figuring it out. so that you can make it easier for the person that's coming behind you. But when you're the first to do something, of course it's going to be hard because it's figuring it out. And once you figure it out, then it's like, wow, okay. Then you can be more consistent with like figuring it out. But you cannot figure it out if you don't get started. And a lot of you have, if you've gotten started, a lot of us just don't, we do the bare minimum. Like, and also your best is going to differ from different people's best, because as somebody who just started, your best isn't going to be some as good as somebody who's been doing something for the last 10 years. So I think we also have to stop looking at the praise that other people get in comparison to ourselves, and making sure that we're giving the best that we can give and doing what we need to do to leverage ourselves to be successful for ourselves. And like I know with me, like I'm practicing discipline. Like one of my biggest things, like, and also like if you lack support, get around some, well, not lack support, but if you're inconsistent, get around some people that you admire and look at what they're doing to cultivate growth, and figure out what you need to do to cultivate growth in comparison to the people you hang around. And that's what I've been doing. Like, I've really been on this kick of like, how can I better myself? How can I be better than I was last week? How can I be better than I was yesterday? And I've started just being around these powerful women. And when I say powerful, they are women who I just admire because of their resilience and their strength. And maybe it may be something as simple as their neatness or their soft spokenness, but still exuding a certain type of power and confidence. So I've been really working on like, what can I do as a, not only a brand but as an individual, what can I do to cultivate growth and also not shift blame, like look at myself and really just grow myself. Because also as a brand, every time you step out the house, you're the representation of who you are. So you can't hide who you are from the world, but you can grow and get better. So I'm just super excited about growth, but the consistency of it all, like you have to keep going. You can't feel pity parties or sorry for yourself because of what happened yesterday, or who didn't like your status today, or who didn't love your status. Like, I think we get caught up in the social media world of likes, and what if the likes stop? Like, you gonna stop? I think we get, too caught up in the hand claps and the praise. You cannot let the lack of praise stop you from getting where you need to go in life. And if you have a solid brand, like even if you feel like I was watching this guy's video, like I was watching, because when I watch stuff, it has a purpose. So I was watching this guy's TikTok videos, and his branding was awesome because it's like, how do you, like, his mindset? I'm like, how did you even think to create this video in this way? Like, it was like, these are fun videos. And really, people, when people watch you, um you have the power to really grow. Like, we live in an information age, right? You have access to all the people in the world. So all you have to do is show up. And a lot of us just aren't showing up at all because we just wanted to, or we'll show up one or two times and then we be like, man, we're gonna go viral. And then when that viral success doesn't happen, now we're angry because it's like, man, y'all should have made me viral. And virality doesn't necessarily happen like that. It seems like it will, but it doesn't always happen. But then Also, when you go viral, then what? Like, what is your strategy for even like a lot of us don't even know how to make money if we go viral, and if we do go viral, is it sustainable? Like, what next? Like, are we just going viral to say we went viral? Because viral doesn't equate to money. It's people that go viral all the time and they ain't making no money. They just, it was a moment. So you don't want to, like, you can get likes, but if people, like, likes don't always equate to customers. You can get 300 likes and no customers. So even with that, like, the consistency is like, how do you convert that into customers? So all those things come with consistency. And I remember, like, I used to do resumes heavy. Like, when I was doing resumes all the time, and I created that brand recognition, and I still have people who reach out for me to do resumes to this day from branding that I did years ago. And so but it's consistently showing up. It's consistently putting it out there. It's consistently letting people know, man, I'm going to show up. So if nothing, they know that, okay, this person, I don't necessarily, I know them or I may not know them, but I know that they show up and I know that they're consistent. And when you, like, I would like to think when people think of me, they know that she's somebody that's not going to flake on me, and she's somebody that's going to show up. She's somebody that's going to be consistent. She's somebody that is hardworking and things like that. So it's just something that I honestly I'm proud of it. Like, whether I have one viewer, zero viewers, however many viewers, I'm grateful for people even taking the time to listen to what I have to say. But like I stated before I wrap up this video, like, it takes time. Like, success is something that takes time. Rome was not built in a day. And also, especially if your brand is a meaningful brand, it definitely takes time because, and this is no shade to anyone, like, a lot, a lot of people are, of course we like to laugh. Um, but I think even with us liking to laugh, that's taught me that your brand has to be somewhat entertaining. It doesn't have to be foolish or anything, but people vibe off of your personality too. If people like you, they will rock with you and they'll support you. But it just takes time and you gotta give it time, y'all. So that's all I have. You have an amazing day.